Hi guys, it's Jean here. Welcome to my channel. So it's been a while since I've recorded a proper video or a blog actually, and I thought today I would do a bit of a D&M video slash get ready with me, because it's something that I haven't done in a very long time. And honestly, the past couple of weeks especially, but if I was to really think about it, maybe the past couple of months, I've just been feeling very flat, not motivated to do anything. And I woke up like this, but this is how I've been pretty much for the past couple of months. Like, I've just had no care for anything, don't care how I look, don't care, being very sluggish, being at home a lot, don't have the need to go out or anything. And there are times, like a few days, where if I have a little energy, I'd want to go out, take Isabel out on play dates and stuff. But a lot of times I've just been feeling really sluggish and gross. So I thought today, just to kind of break that and not turn into a habit, is to really get my shit together, and maybe just put on a face, something I haven't done in a very long time, probably maximum like 3 or 4 times this year, like properly do a full face. And that's because I had weddings to go through. But apart from that, like, I've just been wearing minimal makeup. The fact that I don't actually buy makeup or look at makeup, I just have no interest. I'm probably back to a zero, not even any level at like Mecca or Sephora. That's how much I'm just not really interested. But I've been feeling, like I said, feeling really down and crap. So I thought, what better way to kind of make me feel somewhat better is to fake it and just, actually look presentable for once. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix up this situation. I've got a bit of a regrowth. Not sure whether I want to fix up the regrowth, because I really like this color, but it's just high maintenance dyeing it. It takes forever. And it's also a hit and a miss. So I don't know whether I want to go back to dark or not, but right now I might, I don't know, straighten it or do something, and then I'll be back. Hair is done. This setup reminds me of my very first YouTube video I posted up of my everyday makeup. It's bringing back memories. I really need to do my regrowth actually. It's kind of bad. But anyway, so let's go. I haven't done a full face makeup in so long. I don't even know if these products are still like good or not, but I guess we'll see. So I'm just applying primer. So the reason why I decided, actually I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, but I haven't really had the chance to sit down and do it. But I thought today, since we're getting Santa photos done for end of the year, trying to get in there early, I thought, why not just sit down and record and just get it, I don't know, like make myself feel good, if that makes sense. Not to say that, wearing makeup, I don't want to be, like, don't get me wrong, like, it's not that I see it as, makeup, is very shallow, that you have to wear makeup, but I do see it as, I guess, the power of makeup, that sometimes putting a fresh face on does make you feel slightly better. Not in a really vain way, but just a little bit of motivation, because, for me, I guess in the past the year I've noticed is that I haven't really had I don't feel like I've had any motivation, any encouragement to really put on an appearance. And with that being said, like, I don't get me wrong as well, I do have somewhat of a self-confidence. That's something that I'm growing into, but at the same time I don't feel encouraged by people to really put on an appearance, that I just kind of let go. And yeah, so I guess that's why I haven't really put makeup on. One, because I don't go out as often, and if I do go out, it's just play groups and things like that with people that people that are close to me, that I don't feel the need to impress, because I don't feel like I have to put myself out there, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that was primer. Now I'm going to use foundation, which I haven't put on in, like, I would say over 2 years. So I hope this is still good. I don't even forgotten how to put makeup on, to be honest. Like, it's been that long. So don't shoot me. This is not a makeup routine, like tutorial or anything like that. It's just back to square one, I guess, playing with makeup. So I guess, yeah, part of me also feels quite flat recently, is because, one, I think the weather is playing a big part of it. So in Melbourne right now, the weather is everywhere. We are in the middle of, we're actually getting towards the end of November. Like, time just keeps creeping up. But we are towards end of the year and it is currently spring, but the weather is just ridiculous. It has been low the past couple of days, like the past week it was low and raining, and now it's like over 30 degrees, 40 in like the country areas. Like, it's now severe red code warning because of the winds. It's just gross. And it has definitely, like, I don't understand, to be honest, like, politicians, how they don't see how global warming, climate change is real. Like, yes, in terms of the degrees and the weathers, based on previous reports and like previous comparison, there hasn't been a lot of changes in terms of like the the degrees creeping up, but it doesn't mean that the world is not changing, and that it is now taking, like, before I read somewhere that it used to take 17 minutes for someone to get out of a house on fire, which now it only takes 3 minutes to get out of it, because it's just so more, it's not the fact that the weather is getting hotter, it's more that the aftermath of hot weathers is causing more severe issues around that. You know, it is a big thing, and that's why people keep saying it's a catastrophic event for the, and like, I don't understand how politicians cannot understand what that means. Like, it's just so ridiculous. But yeah, due to that, I feel like the weather has definitely played on. Like, I do, if you know me, I credit apple cider vinegar so much in why I haven't been sick in a few years, because I used to get sick all the time. But I've even felt it this time around, feeling really sick because of that. And the honey I take with the apple cider vinegar is good because it kind of helps with the pollen, but I did get hit with the allergies. Thank God. I had to go to the doctors to get a new asthma pump because it just got so ridiculously bad. Now, I'm pretty sure after I put foundation on, I'm meant to set this. So I'm going to use my trusty MAC mineralizer. I can't find my kabuki brush, so I'm going to use this one, which I'm pretty sure I used to use for powder anyway, but let's give this a go. Part of me as well feels like I'm also in a bit of this flat, deflated mood, is because, I don't know, like, I've come to a realization, I think I've been on maternity leave for too long, that I really need to get back out there. So I am currently a stay-at-home mum at the moment, and I have kind of felt a bit of lost in identity, and I think that is another thing that's also weighing me down and making me feel the way I've been feeling. And being out of work for over a year now, being a stay-at-home mum, there are obviously, you know, there's this benefits about it, like watching my daughter grow up, but at the same time, for someone that is always trying to prove themselves wrong to others and try to pursue a career and challenge yourself to be the best they can, I definitely do feel like it's weighing me down, in terms of like income, for example, like not getting an income, and not, you know, seeing how much I'm growing and how much that worth is definitely something that is also playing on my mind. And I have decided that I will be looking for full-time jobs, and I think it's just best for all of us, me mentally, I guess my family financially, and I think it's also good, you know, for Isabel to see that, you know, just because you're a woman, there is still opportunities to be able to go forward and, you know, be the best that you can and do whatever it is that you want to do. I don't feel like that foundation has really made any difference to my face, or maybe because I didn't conceal it properly. But moving on, contouring. Contouring is something that the only thing that I actually do, because my face, obviously, ever since I stopped breastfeeding, my weight, I smell food and I put on weight for some reason, and I don't know, it just seemed to be getting a lot worse, and I think maybe as I'm getting older, gravity is going against me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna say I've never really hit pan in like a lot of my makeup, but this one and my, this is the Anastasia contour kit. It's one that I'm starting to hit pan, as well as my highlighter as well, weirdly enough, so yeah. In terms of mental health, which is something that I've been struggling with and quite open on this channel about, I feel like at the moment, mentally, I'm in an actual better position than I've ever been in a very long time. After, I would probably say like maybe 2-3 months ago, it was probably not I was not in the same state as I am now. And I gotta admit, I did kind of had a bit of a fallback. I did see someone as part of like postnatal depression, even though I feel like my issues weren't postnatal related. A lot of people made me aware that it still kind of is. So it was good because it means that I was able to reach out to a Mums Matter program and book in to see a psychologist to discuss that. And I didn't really do a lot of therapy because I realised a lot of the issues I actually know, but it just feels good to be able to talk about to someone and get that, you know, see another point of view and someone to just sit and talk to that doesn't judge you for anything and just get it out of my way. So that's been very helpful. So I feel like now mentally I'm in a better place. So I should be feeling a lot happier than I am, but I don't know, I've just been feeling really down. So one of my girlfriends also mentioned that a family member of one of her closest friends had taken her own life recently, and it's a terrible news to hear something like that, and it's really sad. But the comments that she mentioned, not that it didn't sit well with me, but I kind of saw it from both sides. She mentioned something about, you know, it's sad that it's happened, but at least she is now at peace, which it's not something, like, I didn't say anything or make a comment about that because I don't think it was appropriate of me to start something up. But I guess I've always been an advocate and openly outspoken about depression and mental health, and it's quite sad in a way that, first of all, I think that it's something that not a lot of people understand how it feels to be that person going through depression. And for some people that see, you know, oh, they've taken their life, they've committed suicide, you know, how selfish of them, or that's it, like, you know, what's done is done, hopefully they can find their peace. It's sad that it's it's sad that it had to happen that way. I actually find that it takes a lot of courage and a lot to really go through that path. Something that I have thought millions of times previously, which I wouldn't say, you know, I'm a coward, but I don't feel like I have that strength to actually fall through with the plan. But for someone to take their life away, it's not easily said than done. It's, to that person, it may get to the point where things have gotten so bad that, you know, that's the only way that they can find out. And it's sad that, you know, there could have been ways to prevent that from happening. There could have been interventions, or could have been therapy. Like, even someone just to say something, so they didn't have to go through with it. But I guess it also brings back a conversation I had with one of my friends a few years back. How he couldn't understand why people will commit suicide. That was a very selfish act. And I don't know, it kind of hit my heart really, like, that topic kind of really got to me. Because I guess someone that has never gone through and had that feeling, committing suicide or taking your life away isn't a selfish act. It's actually more courage to be able to do it. But I think it's also like a misunderstanding that a lot of people don't know why people do it, because thank God, they've never had to be in that position. It really upset me that my friend said that, and, you know, each to their own, they have their opinions, but I also wanted to make sure he understood what it was like for someone going through that, you know, when people think it's very selfish to take your own life away and not think about the family and friends and how much it hurts them. Well, to me, it feels like the person that has done that has clearly, you know, it's not something that they lightheadedly thought about doing. It's something that was impacting their whole lives. You could be surrounded by a lot of family and friends that love you, but sometimes it also feels like those people who you can feel like you can lean on, that you can help, don't necessarily understand what you're going through, and it hurts 10 times more to be turned away. And I guess it's almost like they're not acknowledging you for who you are, and that it's some sort of disease that, you know, you can go seek help and come back when everything is fine. And I always fear that if something was to happen with me, I'm okay with it, but how that will impact the people closest and dearest to me. But if they don't provide that support that you need, it's like screaming for help in the middle of the ocean, no one hearing you. You know, the people that are your rock, your foundation, if they're not there to support you at the end of the day, you almost feel like you're crumbling. And not to say that, you know, not a lot of people support their family and friends. I think it's just the wrong or not the right way around it that is beneficial for that person going through that mental state. So, you know, if you know someone that is going through depression, it's not a textbook, you know, this is what you should do, this is how you should fix it. It's about being there, understanding. Even if it means once in a while going over or calling just to ask to see if they are okay, if everything is fine. You may not know, you might not have the answer for them, but it's just about listening and making them feel like, you know, that their life is worth it. But yeah, it's just really sad, you know. I know this can be a bit depressing, and I think I spent way too much on that contouring, but I guess this is what I think about a lot recently. Just how misinformed people are. Like, in a way, when it comes to mental health and depression, it's great that there's more awareness, there's more organisations, but I think also there needs to be more, not so much of like people speaking up being depressed, but also education on how to be there for someone, a family and friend that is going through that situation, you know. Also open talks about people that are going through depressions, how they feel and how they shouldn't feel alienated and different for the way they feel. Like I said, right now I am in a better place that I have in a very long time, and it's good, but in a way I also have, now that mentally I'm in a better place, there's other aspects of my mind and my life that you know, is another struggle, which I guess everyone goes through, and everyone has to deal with it on their own terms and their own ways, which I'm fine with that, but it's just not easy right now. But yes, alright, I'm going to stop this whole contouring because I feel like I've just gone a little bit extra. But yes, I'm going to move on to highlighting. Highlighting is actually something that I've been doing for a while now. This is my like quick 5-minute go-to. I finally hit pan on this Christmas edition I got a couple of years ago. I love this one. This one is from Hourglass. It's the Ambient Incandescent Strobe Light. It's actually pretty good. So what else has been going on in my life right now? So like I said, currently I'm just in a bit of a flat situation that I'm just trying to really get out and be motivated. I feel like physically I feel exhausted all the time. I just don't have any motivation to get out of bed and do stuff, but I have to in order to keep a 1-year-old alive. I also feel just, I don't know, like I just don't want to leave the house or do anything, and even at home I find myself, you know, playing with her a lot or sitting on the couch, not being superly active, that it does make me feel physically sick, and I want to be able to break out of that. I heard somewhere that it takes either 66 or 90 days to break out of a cycle, like a habit, and I don't really want this to be a habit. I feel like my sickness has come up. I feel mentally drained because of, you know, just my environment, that I really want to break out of that, but I just don't know how. I'm not exactly the most active person, and I feel like maybe, you know, I should join a marathon or something, like do something completely out of my comfort zone, but I also feel like realistically I probably won't commit to that. Since I'm running out of the highlighter, I'm also going to use the Becca and Jaclyn Hill collab. This is the, what is it, Champagne Pop. I haven't used this, I probably used this like a couple of times, but I started using it again because I'm running out of the other one, and I have a really flat nose, so I thought this will be just put a little bit here. Now it's getting towards a festive season, a little bit of a shiny glow, just to kind of make my nose more. I've been using bronzer as blush as well. Or maybe I should actually put some colour in. I'm just not used to putting colour in nowadays. It's funny how like things I thought I would do for a very long time has suddenly changed. Like I'm currently 33, I think. Yeah, 33. And I would never imagined how
my life will change. Like, yes, I know, you know, having kids and stuff like that, something that I've always dreamed about, but as in, like, interests and stuff, how easily I became a mum, almost, but, yeah, so that is face. Might do my brows. So I guess my life is currently revolving around Isabel, who is just over 1 at the moment, and yeah, things have just gotten a lot more interesting. I think I'm also a lot more exhausted because she's not exactly walking yet, but she does goddamn crawl really fast, and the more you try to stop her, the more faster she goes, and that has been physically exhausting. Like, I give credit and hands up to all those mums that have more than 1 kid. It is hard, it is tough, you know, trying to juggle that. And I have been putting Isabel into some sensory classes since I'm not really working and have spare time, trying to be more focused on routine and really start, you know, getting in. And she actually graduated from sensory class the other day, which was, oh my god, like, I don't know how other mums feel, you know, when the kids graduate from school, but it feels like a milestone. Like, even though she's not physically walking yet, like, I feel like mentally, and she progresses in other areas. She has strengths in, like, coordination and things like that, well, apart from the walking thing, but it's so, I don't know, I just feel so proud where I feel when I see her do something. Okay, so this video may actually be a whole lot of gibberish talk right now, but I don't know, I think the reason why I haven't really put makeup on in a very long time, because it is time consuming sometimes, especially when you're talking to someone. Time is something that I'm very short of at the moment, but it does feel nice every once in a while to just kind of sit down and do a little self-me. So my self-love time, I guess, my me time the past couple of months has really been, so the first couple of times it was more going to Kmart, but then, you know, that kind of hit me that I actually have pretty much bought everything in the store that I needed. I don't really need anything else. That, and plus it was starting to get expensive on things that I really didn't need, using money that I didn't really have. So my things have been, I guess, watching Netflix while Cam puts her to sleep. That's their routine. And yeah, so I've been also making a lot of felt food and stuff. It's kind of like my hobby that I was hoping to kind of get into while on maternity leave. I'm still deciding on whether I should sell, like actually make it to sell and start a business, because it is quite time consuming. But let me know if you are interested. I guess this falls in my little smidgy IG account, like whether you're interested in buying it. It is quite time consuming, but I guess, you know, if people are interested in buying it, it may be another adventure that I'm open to going into. I feel like I've maybe I didn't pluck this area, or moving on to the eyes. Normally I just put eyeliner, but I might spruce up and put a little bit of eyeshadow. We're actually taking Christmas photos today, Santa photos. I want to kind of stick to like tradition. I love tradition now that Christmas is coming up. Previous years I've done like Vlogmas. This year I'll probably skip that again because I don't feel like my life is really that interesting to really pick up. But if you're interested, maybe I'll do a couple of times. Just let me know. So I thought I would get in early and booked Santa photos in November, just to get that out of the way. And we are taking Coco with us, which is super fun and exciting. I love, you know, being able to do things with the whole family. And I do also want to get into tradition for Isabel's sake, just so, you know, she knows. And be very spirited seasonally, like Christmas, Australia Day, not so much, maybe New Year's, Easter, all those kind of like holidays. I really want to get into the spirit of things. I guess me growing up, we didn't have a lot of that, and I just feel like she has a lot of my personality that, you know, she may find it very interesting. She is definitely getting a lot more louder in personality, and I don't want to, I guess, you know, dim her light. I want to kind of bring it out. And also, you know, with a bit of discipline, so she knows there are time and places to do things, but I really want to kind of get into the spirit of things and just make her really participate, you know? This is like one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes. I mean, there's probably new versions out there, but this is a Huda Beauty one. I love it because it's like nice and metallic, but it's quite pigmented as well, and it just glides on. The shimmer just glides on really well. So now to the eyeliner. This is like my holy grail eyeliner, the Kat Von D Tattooed. It's like so black, it glides on really well, and it's so easy to use. Have you guys seen the magnet eyeliners with the eyelash? Let me know what your thoughts are and whether it's good. I am keen on trying it, but I just feel a bit iffy like putting something magnetic to your eyeballs, like whether there is any, I guess, warnings or if it causes any damages to your eyes, because that will suck. Now I'm going to put some falsies on. I've literally had this for like probably 10 years. It is gross, but I still have some fresh ones there I'm going to use. This is my all-time favorite eyelash glue as well. It's called Darkness. I think it's a Korean brand. I normally get like a black glue just because it's just easier, but it's actually getting harder and harder to buy this for some reason. Normally I buy it on eBay because I can't find it anywhere else, but it is like so good. Ugh, I had some black eyeshadow fall onto the table and my hands were like rubbing against it. It's gross. Got my Shu Uemura eyelash curler. I don't even know why I bother with this. My eyelashes are so short and stubby, like it just doesn't work. You just like, you curl it and it just goes straight again. Oh, you know, total respect to those makeup artists, makeup gurus, like all the people that spend, you know, their time putting makeup on in the morning, especially to like all those, you know, what they call ABGs, like girls that put lashes on, false lashes on every morning. Like, I don't know how you guys can do it. It just takes so long, in my opinion, and it's such a messy process as well. Like, ooh, it's taking forever, like just for the eyelash glue to kind of dry a bit. One done, one to go. I think another reason why I've been somewhat down and negative lately as well is just all the stuff that's been happening on the news. Like, I am a firm believer that, you know, you, especially for an empath that sucks up everyone's emotions, like I definitely change in the environment that I'm in, and although I'm surrounded, or not so much, with people that I'm okay in a better place right now, I feel like there's so much negativity in the media about, you know, burglaries, assault, youth gangs and everything, that it's just, it sucks. Like, it's so bad. Like, I don't understand why, you know, clearly it's the same thing happening over and over again, that the government can't do much about it, and it just totally sucks. Like, what I hear all the time, it's like, it's not just one or two segments, it's like 3 or 4 in the row about, you know, this person was found not guilty from this vicious attack, this person, you know, there's been assault in this area, no charges were laid, or the culprit is still on the run. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, I credit police officers as well. I mean, they get so much shit for doing the right thing or not doing the right thing. There's no win-win in anything, and it's got to the point where the government and like laws are so lenient that people just get away with a lot of things, and it's just so frustrating having to hear that, especially, you know, now that I have, you know, a child, what the future holds for her. Another thing I've been binging on as well is watching The Crown on Netflix. I don't know, I feel like I actually have this secret obsession with the royal family. Like, I've always been big on like the history of the monarchy, which is so weird. But yeah, I've been watching The Crown lately. I gotta admit, the first season it took a bit to get into, but I actually really enjoyed it. And I think, you know, Claire Foy was definitely a good choice to play the Queen. The resemblance was uncanny. Even, you know, Princess Margaret. I don't know how I feel about season 3 and the new characters. I just feel that in terms of appearance, there's not a lot of similarities. They're completely different. But I do understand the emotional raw side of that. Like, I don't know, like, I guess it can be controversial. Like, I don't know whether if I was the royal family, whether I'll be slightly offended. I mean, usually to make, like, you know, big statements like they did in the series, you usually wait till they're dead, so, you know, if anything comes apart, it wouldn't be a big hoo-ha over it. But considering that the royal family, the queen, the duke is still alive, like, I kind of want to know, like, what they think of it, whether, you know, because the royal family are quite private. They don't generally do things to provoke the media or, you know, rumours and stuff like that. Well, apart from Prince Andrew recently, but they don't generally do a lot of things to try and stir the pot. But it's quite sad, to be honest. Like, and this is something that I felt like, you know, with the whole Harry and Meghan dramas, like, people, I don't know why people feel so invested in their relationship, why they think they should have a big say, you know, and just create vicious, in a way. It's so funny because we try to teach our kids nowadays about bullying, online bullying, yet I'm pretty sure their parents are the ones that are bullying, like, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Like, it's just ridiculous. I feel sorry for her, to be honest. Like, there's no win-win. And I get the point where, you know, people say, you know what, she signed up for that, she knows. Yeah, she knows that, you know, being part of the, like, I didn't know till watching this series that being part of the royal family, it's not as all, you know, diamonds and jewels and, you know, pigs with apples in their, roast pigs with apples in their mouths. It's actually really sad, like, to be a face of a nation, to be kings and queens, but really have no say or no, you know, you're like puppets. There's not much that you can really do. You can't enjoy or be yourself. You have to be this image, you know, of a nation, this sovereign that, you know, can't do bad, can't be bad, has to be good. But in a way, it's not her. And it's really sad. And watching the last season 3, like, it made me realise how, I don't know, like, is the queen not a nice person? Like, for someone that doesn't cry, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure she may here and there, but, like, it just made it sound like she's not someone that has a lot of emotions. And it's sad because it's not something, it's something that she may have been forced into, like, not showing that she doesn't actually know how. And it's really sad. And, like, everything that's happened with, I guess, Prince Charles, like, I didn't know the backstory with Camilla and stuff like that. And, Princess Anne, she's a bit of a, like, a hooch, but it's just interesting, you know. I find it really interesting, and it's so weird as well because they're so traditional. How in the next couple of years with, like, you know, Prince George and stuff, how the royal family would really still be in charge, and, like, you know, how that will hold up in the following years. It's really interesting. But yes, I've been really into that lately, and I guess that's something that's been my self-time, watching Netflix at night, but it also is consuming because I tend to throw myself into things and get carried away. I'll be up till 3 o'clock in the morning just researching or Googling, which is really not a good idea as well, especially when you have to be up early for a screaming 1-year-old. I actually feel like I'm going all out today because I'm actually wearing contacts for once, so I reckon I could skip the mascara. Might put a bit on. Don't you hate it when you put mascara on and it always leaves a little fudgy bit on the bottom? Ugh. I don't know if I should skip the lip bit. I might put a little bit of eyeliner on just for colour since I am doing a full face. I may have overlined it a bit there. But I guess I'm going to have to just go with it. Oh, my lips look swollen. That looks gross, actually. Are lip fillers actually in anymore? Ew, I don't know why people think this was a good look. Guess that is it. God, it definitely feels like a very long time to put makeup on, but something that I much needed. I wouldn't say it actually makes me feel any better, but it makes me feel prettier, which I know is very petty and vain to say, but sometimes, you know, you just gotta fake it till you make it. And I just needed something to really pick me up, you know? But what do you guys think? Do I look better than what I started with? If only I had somewhere actually really interesting to go, but I don't. But it was really nice, like, just being able to sit here and talk to you guys and just get things off my chest. Let me know, you know, if there's anything on your mind, anything you want to talk about that we can talk about. You know, let me know if you found this interesting, whether if you're just watching this to kill time, what you think. But for me, I felt like it was I quite enjoyed sitting here doing this, you know, talking to you guys. So Let me know if you like it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to watch more. Thanks for watching. Bye.